Hey gut feelers, welcome to another episode of the Hay Fever Friday series, where we share information with you to overcome your allergies, may it be hay fever, pollen allergy or ragweed, in a natural way and as fast as possible. In this episode, it's a very personal one. I share with you the 3 biggest mistakes that stopped me from healing my hay fever, and then what helped me finally to heal it after 15 years of struggle. In case you're new to this channel and you've never heard about what I've been through with my own health struggles, I had asthma since I was very young, since early childhood, allergies, hay fever, dust mites, cat hair allergy, all different kinds of food intolerances, food allergies. I had a low immunity. I also had signs from ADHS, learning problems in school, couldn't really focus, brain fog, just all comes together. That's why I made this video for you. If you struggle from hay fever, I feel for you. I couldn't enjoy summer, I couldn't enjoy spring. I had a swollen nose, itchy eyes. I just wanted to lay in bed, no light, no sounds. I was really hypersensitive as well, couldn't really meet friends. I was struggling in university and school. So if that's you right now, it's great that you watched this video. Please watch it to the end and know it's absolutely possible to heal hay fever naturally. It's not difficult if you know what you're doing. Your body is on your side and is partnering with you every little step on the way. Okay, let's jump right into it. The biggest mistake, number 1, that I made when suffering from hay fever, allergy, pollen, ragweed allergies, was that I've actually bought into, I believe that there's something wrong with my immune system. I thought, as we've been told from everywhere, that my immune system is hypersensitive, it's attacking itself, my body is attacking itself. So I tried out everything on the market there, from traditional Western medicine, the over-the-counter antihistamines, all kinds of desensitization, immunoshots. I did natural therapy, I did neural therapy, acupuncture, homeopathy, getting injected my own blood to rebalance my immune system. And apart from that, all of these things were very expensive. Some of these things worked a tiny bit, but nothing really changed anything majorly. I needed to continue acupuncture all the time. If not, the hay fever symptoms just continued as they were. So I didn't see any real improvement there. So that was biggest mistake. Hay fever, allergies have nothing to do with your immune system. I know this sounds crazy because I'm telling you the opposite from everybody. It's true that in the end what happens is that histamine is released into your tissue and that causes the allergic reaction. Yeah, the swelling, the sneezing, the itchy eyes. This is a sign of inflammation. Histamine creates an inflammation reaction in your body. But this is not the root cause of why we have allergies, because the body is highly intelligent. And that leads us to the second biggest mistake I made when suffering from hay fever and what kept me there. I thought I was eating a pretty healthy diet. I was vegetarian since I moved out of my parents' place when I was 18. And the mistake that I made is that I had no idea how food either heals my body or triggers my allergy symptoms. And this is really key. The things that I put in my body on a daily basis just have such a big effect. It's the most intimate contact that we have with our environment. Really the food is touching our inside of the body. And when I started studying medicine and investigate more in alternative health, I was around 20, I've heard of something that's called the China study. And there they found a high correlation between autoimmune diseases like multiple sclerosis, but also allergies, and the intake of dairy products. So that kind of got me on the course to understand more what role food plays here, my allergy symptoms, and I started to leave out dairy products. And indeed, within a week, I got much less symptoms. They were still there, but they were much less. So if you suffer from any kinds of allergies, may it be hay fever, pollen allergy, ragweed, even dust mites and animal hair sensitivity and food sensitivities, food for you falls in 2 categories. Number 1 is the food that you eat helps heal your body, supports your body with nutrients, enzymes, minerals, everything that strengthens your immune system, that makes your body stronger and deeply nourish the cells. And category number 2, and these are opposite, is food that feeds pathogens, that feeds the underlying cause of hay fever, of allergies, which is a bacterium called strep. I talked about that in other videos. I linked them in the end screen for you if you want to know more about that. And foods that contain pesticides, that contain toxic heavy metals, anything that our body doesn't really know what to do with, or that is even toxic for our body. Yeah, so these 2 categories, there is nothing like a neutral food. Yeah, it's either good for your body, helps your body heal, or it feeds pathogens. And there are 5 foods that you need to avoid if you suffer from hay fever. Again, I link you a video in the end screen and also in the description below if you want to check out these foods to avoid them. So the biggest mistake, number 2, that I made is that I didn't understand the key role food plays here in healing my symptoms or in making them worse. And now let's come to the 3rd mistake that I made for over 15 years when I was struggling with hay fever. And that one I just discovered recently and really at the end of my healing journey from allergies. When you suffer from hay fever, this can have 2 reasons, and they mostly come together. First, you have resistant strain of strep, which is a bacteria in your system for a long time. So it's deep into your lymphatic system, it deeply penetrated your intestines, it's also in your liver. That's the number 1 cause, pathogens. And the second one is toxic heavy metals, which are often stored up in our brain. They can also be here in the sinus. They are located in the liver because it's our biggest storage organ, and it also helps cleansing our blood. And the 3rd mistake is related to toxic heavy metals and to something that I've ate way too much, although I thought I was eating healthy, and that is fat. Now here's what happens if you have toxic heavy metals in your system. Over years and years and years you build them up and nothing happens. They don't do anything. They're just there, they're stored in the liver, they're in the brain, and you might have some little brain fog, but nothing really major happens. But then there is a process called oxidization. This is a natural evolution of a heavy metal over time, and there's only one thing that speeds up this oxidization process by 1000%, and that is fat. It's a chemical reaction. You can Google that, how fat helps to oxidize metals and who speeds that up. That's really not a surprise, but we are not aware that when toxic heavy metals oxidize in our system, what happens there is inflammation happens. For our body, toxic heavy metals are a problem in by itself, but when they oxidate, they create neurotoxins. They're so highly toxic, especially for our brain, for our liver, for our blood, for our lymphatic system, for our immune system. The body will do anything to get rid of these oxidized heavy metals. And what happens? Histamine is released in the tissue. That's one cause why we have so much inflammation if we suffer from allergies. So 3rd mistakes that I made, I ate way too much fat. If you suffer from allergies, one thing to do is support your body to get rid of the heavy metals. The best thing I found there to do is to take Hawaiian SPIRULINA, because it literally draws them out of the cells and it removes them safely. It's not like chlorella, which is another algae, which is very clumsy. It just takes the heavy metals and it leaves it. Hawaiian SPIRULINA is an awesome toxic sponge there, which supports also your body with minerals, helps to heal the liver. That's one way to go. The other one is avoiding high-fat foods. And it doesn't really matter if you're vegan and you just overeat on nuts and seeds and avocado, or you are a vegetarian and you eat a lot of cheese. For this chemical reaction, fat is fat. In general, of course, every fat is not the same for the body, but for this chemical reaction, it really doesn't matter. For the toxic heavy metals, they oxidize when they have fat, and that's just what they do. Okay guys, so let me summarize the 3 biggest mistakes that I made that stopped me from healing my hay fever. Number 1 is I believed that my body was working against me and it was a problem of my immune system. My body was attacking itself, which is not true. The second one, I had no idea how I can influence my symptoms, make them worse or make them better through food. So key player food here in allergies. And the third one is which impact toxic heavy metals have on my body and how that is related to the intake of fat that I have on a daily basis. And now I've got one surprise for you, one treat. I've developed an ultimate guide to improve your gut health within 1 week, because your gut health is the key for healing your allergies. As you might have heard me saying about the food and the toxic heavy metals, you can influence your allergies majorly over what you eat and if you avoid the trigger foods. And this ultimate guide to improve your gut health is also made for allergy sufferers. It's a mini video tutorial which contains 3 action steps which I really guide you through. It's for 1 week and you can get access to this video on my website. It's for free. I want you to become your own health expert and really get free and get out there and just enjoy your life together with your body. So if you want to check that out, I put the link there below. And if you like this video and want more of that, give it a thumbs up so I know this brings some value to you. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.